Guys, Tinubu's government indeed will not cease to amaze Nigerians. Even World Bank have declared this time around, it looks that he is not going to get any money from them again. Guys, watch this video with me.
You see, this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will not cease to amaze me. This your government, it don't cease to amaze. Una too the cruise, and on ourselves una dey use do this cruise every time. Damage control. So what bank says, 139 million Nigerians living in poverty despite reform gains. What bank says, you know the way AP says, reform, we have reform, the economy is working. We are. World Bank say 139 million Nigerians are living in poverty despite the reform gains. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can reply. Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report, which estimated that 139 million citizens were living in poverty, describing the figure as unrealistic and detached from country's economic reality. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't know advise you to reply World Bank, but this is wrong. You dey go tell people where you dey borrow money from. Tell them say you won't use the money better your country. Where they no see what you use the money do. Talk say country poor. You say they no poor. Now, let me take you back to 2024 and the money, the last time when you collect money, Tinubu government borrowed $6.45 billion from World Bank. $6.45 billion. Now, what did you people say you were going to use the money for? Some of the projects under Tinubu include loan for power, $750 million for power. We still not get lights. We will not get lights. Women empowerment, $500 million. Which women una empower with that money? I've not seen them, because the last time I checked, our mothers are still crying. They are still crying that they know they see food chop. People where they farm, they cry. Do you understand? The economy is not favoring anybody. And you people collected $500 million for women empowerment. Now let's move on. Girls education, $700 million. Ta kaba ta la la la. Which girls? Which girl will I educate? Where then they? Where then they? Girl child? For Nigeria, $750 million. Now una collect. Anyways, renewable energy. Una collect $750 million. Renewable. Economic stabilization reform, $1.5 billion. That's what you collected. And resource mobilization reform, $750 million. What bank where you collect from? They don't see what you use the money do. They come talk say Nigeria poor. Do you know what it means? That they say 139 million Nigerians are living in abject poverty. Inside 300 and something million Nigerians where we get. They say 139 million. That means we poor die. That being said, there's another report. Nigeria has ranked as the country with the lowest life expectancy in the world. Say we dey bye. Why Nigeria has low life expectancy? High disease burden. Diseases like malaria, HIV, tuberculosis, and preventable infection remains widespread. Poverty, poor access to healthcare. We don't get good healthcare. Many rural areas lack hospital, medical staff, and essential medicines. And when they collect big loan, and you say World Bank they lie. This no be report from World Bank. South African, what's that? Environmental and security factor. Pollution and poor sanitization, unsafe drinking water, and poor hygiene lead to health complications. Conflict and insecurity, violence and displacement disrupt healthcare services and reduce access of treatment. So as you can see, lowest life expectancy, Nigeria might be number one. Inside how many countries? Nigeria is number one. You see what they outline? Conflict and insecurity. So these reasons, all these conflict and insecurity, environmental security factors, high disease burden, poor access to healthcare, all of this now make people life they cut short. And guess what? All these things are very, very avoidable if you can put the right things in place. And guess what? We also have the right things to be put in place, but we just have bad leaders. Nothing there where no they're achievable. Nothing. So basically, they are saying, according to the report, Nigeria has the lowest expectancy in the world, averaging just 54.6 years. Now, the person to live long for Nigeria, now 54 years. Highest, if it's too much, 60 years. Insecurity, disease, poor healthcare. See, I'm the list, I'm there. And when they collect big money from one, and World Bank talk, you say, na lie. Now again, my say na lie, but I not be say I expect them to admit, because I've never seen, since when they born me for Nigeria, right? I never see government where invest in PR and damage control like this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, and I've never seen. They spend a lot of money. They will rather pay you, may you talk good about them, than may you work. That's why you go see, say, different influencers. This is working, when I take patient and all. This government will rather pay you. They will rather pay. I made a contact true, but may God help all of us in Nigeria, man. At the end of the day, we might get it right. Anyways, peace out. Nigeria, you're gonna learn, and you'll learn the hard way. Don't play.
Ever since this government came on board, all they are doing is borrow money. They say that they are borrowing money to lift children that has been at home not going to school. They want to take them back to school. Tell them to give you the number, the record of children that they have taken back to school, the record of the out of the school children they have taken back to school. You will not see the one they say that they want to use to empower women. Nothing. You came on board, you remove first subsidy, you devalue naira, all the money that is coming into government purse, yet will not see the borrow. Okay, you said that you guys cannot afford to pay subsidy. The money that you guys are making from subsidy, why are you still borrowing? You say that you've made huge sum from subsidy removal. Where is the money? Yet you've borrowed more than Buhari's 8 years in office. Tomorrow you start telling Nigeria that you inherited a kwashoko economy. Even though you are the one that brought Buhari to Nigerians, he even performed better than you, and he still left Nigerians in a good situation more than you did today. What have Nigerians gained? You are telling us that inflation are coming down. You met rice at how much, and you took it to 100, and now you are bringing it back to 80 something. You are telling Nigerians that things are getting better. 65 years of Nigerians independence, terrorists are negotiating with people, and you cannot do anything. But once you people see people that is not in your clique, the people that is not in your political party, and they commit anything, any fraud or anything in the country, you guys will make sure that they are persecuted. All the people that DSS, all the people that EFCC have pointed out that are in your government, that are in the government of APC, has they been persecuted? I've never seen any government official being persecuted. It is only the poor masses that the law of Nigeria is being made for, and it's not supposed to be so, since the law of Nigeria state that rule of law should be applicable to all man. Rule of law should not be made for a particular set of people. It should not be made for just a particular citizen. It's not be made for just people that is not in your clique. For the law to work, it must be applicable to all man. I have never seen any political officer, any politician being persecuted in this country for all the atrocities that they are being committed in this country. This is a country that was the biggest economy in Africa before you came on board. Now we are fourth, and we still bear the name Giant of Africa. We are only giants in population. You have reduced our purchasing power. You have increased. I don't even believe that the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will have the mind, the guts to say that he wants to tax Nigeria after removing fuel subsidy and devalue their naira. You still want to tax them. You've not provided job. You've not created an enabling environment. People cannot go to their farm and farm. Some people have abandoned their farm because terrorists have taken over the bushes. You don't want to fight insecurity. You don't want to create an enabling environment. You said you are giving loans to students. If there is an enabling environment, nobody will collect your loan. How much is school fees that people want to collect loan if they truly want to go to school? People can work and still go to school. How much? If you create an enabling environment, if you reduce something, if you make things better for people, at least you are paying minimum wage 70,000. You should be able, the economy should be balanced with the amount of money people earn. You cannot be paying people 70,000 naira minimum wage, and they are buying a bag of rice for 80,000 or even 50,000, and they are paying house rent for 500,000, 1 million, 2 million. You can't do that. If you want to increase Nigerians to pay taxes, if you want to make sure that you tax them, if you want to remove fuel subsidy, if you want to do all those things that you did, removing fuel subsidy and devaluing our currency, you should be able to pay at least nothing less than 500,000 naira for minimum wage. But you do not do it. How do you want Nigerians to survive? Do you even calculate it? You said that you are doing it for future. No blueprints, nothing. In fact, I don't even know where you are taking Nigerians to. Okay, what will happen after this your policy? You said you are doing it is for our own good. We will start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. What will we see, sir? Will fuel come back to 200 naira that you met it, or will our rice come back to what you met it? Because that is what Nigerians want to see. What futures are Nigerians going to see? You guys will borrow money, no accountability, nothing. If people ask questions, it will be that they are against the government. But these are the people you say that you came to serve. These are the people that you said that you are serving them. If they ask questions, it will be a problem. May God help us in this country. One day Nigeria will be great, that everybody will benefit, or a good number of people will benefit, not just 2%, while 98 is languishing in garnishing of teeth, in abject poverty, or in one problem or the other, put to them by their own government. It is well with us. Guys, I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and have dominion. Bye-bye.